All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Thursday. Hope everyone's doing well today. What are we talking about today? We are going back to 1983 when the band, the Eurythmics, are getting ready to release their third album, Touch. We haven't covered the Eurythmics yet in the cave. It's been on my list for a while. This album would go to number 1 in the UK, first number 1 album in the UK for them, and number 7 in the United States with 3 singles. It's the highest charting album on both sides of the pond for the band. They're coming off of Sweet Dreams, and they recorded this record in like 3 weeks. It was recorded and mixed in 3 weeks. Think about that for a minute. They did that in London. Sweet Dreams, of course, massive hit thanks to MTV in that video with her orange hair. I fell in love with that band right away when I saw that video, and to this day still love that song. A lot of good songs from the Eurythmics. They were in a band prior to this. They were in a band called The Tourists, or just Tourist, which disbanded in 1980, and then they formed themselves a duo. And they were romantically involved at one point, and then obviously just professional associates after that. Huge success in the 80s, and Dave Stewart, just like you read his bio, he seems to just touch so many different things. He's a songwriter, a record producer. Oh yeah, and I'm in the Eurythmics, that kind of thing. But he, as I mentioned earlier, he produced Southern Accents from Tom Petty and wrote a few of the songs. He worked with Daryl Hall, Mick Jagger, Stevie Nicks. I mean, the list is really, really long about all the things that he's done in a producer and writer role. So he's a pretty big deal. This record, again, put out 3 singles: Who's That Girl, Right By Your Side, and then your song of the day, which is one of my favorites, which is Here Comes the Rain Again. Went to number 4. They say they wrote that, well, there's different stories, but they say they wrote that in New York City. One story says it's the Mayflower, one said it was a different hotel, but they were trying to work on stuff, and she looked out the window and she said, "Here comes the rain again," in New York City. And then he was playing around with the piano, so they started working with it on that, and that's how this came to be. Again, released in November of 1983, so they'd be getting ready at this time in 1983 to either record or get it ready for a release. So that is your song of the day. It's Here Comes the Rain Again by the Eurythmics. We'll touch on some of their music again another time because I am a fan, but that's their first foray into the rock cave. Enjoy it. Tell me about your Eurythmics. Anyone ever see the Eurythmics in concert? I mean, Annie Lennox had a huge solo career, obviously. I don't know if I know anyone that saw the Eurythmics play live. That would be interesting if someone could tell me they saw them. That'd be cool. All right, that's your song of the day. Enjoy it today, whatever it is you're doing. And tomorrow's Octane Friday, so we're going to kick it up a notch and looking forward to this weekend. Have a good one, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.